Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mambo vipi maze? Karibu sana, karibu sana. This is the unfiltered campus vibe. As we promised you like 2 weeks ago, ama it was 1 month ago, we told you guys we'll be back and we are here maze. We are here to bring you good vibes, to educate you, to entertain you, and to give you facts that are happening in our day-to-day life. So this is brought to you by the Talanta MKU definitely. Fika pale YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media handles. Make sure you subscribe, share, like. Alafu, let's interact pale. At the course of this podcast, I'll be giving you guys a question. Alafu mutanipea your feedbacks pale kwa comment section, and we'll be going through them later on. And definitely, I'm Generally Official. I'll be your host for tonight. And today, maze, with me in the building, I've got two beautiful ladies, maze. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Maze, muna glow.
Thank you.
You guys are looking amazing, maze. Mtupe siri.
Ni God.
Okay, introduce yourself to the people, maze.
Okay, so hi guys. My name is Wanja Mwangi. Yeah, I'm so honored. So honored generally for you guys. Kuniita hapa. And guys, as we start this conversation, please engage hapo. And yeah.
Kabisa, thank you so much, Wanja, and karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Generali. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to the Unfiltered Campus Vibes. Just as we promised, we have a lot in line for you. So if you have any questions, feel free to interact with us. And this is a very raw and uncut podcast. We will be having a lot of issues to discuss on. So yeah, stay tuned. I am Abigail Ndegwa.
So guys, karibuni sana to the Unfiltered Campus Vibe. This is our first episode of this podcast. So maze, it feels amazing, maze. Na tulikuwa tumepromise watu wengi maze, and they were waiting for this. So guys, thank you so much for your support. Bila mafans hatuwezi fika maze. So maze, tonight we are going to chip into what has been going on in East Africa, not even Africa, East Africa. And we're going to talk about Tanzania, what has been happening in Tanzania. Okay. Before now we come, there is happening in Tanzania and against Sudan and against some parts of Kenya. We're going to dig there. So if we begin about Tanzania, walikuwa na elections some few days ago, and it has been hectic. It has been like unbelievable. The feedbacks, the videos we are getting pale internet, though walikuwa the internet, like the freedom walikuwa wamekatazwa, but some 2 days ago nilikuwa naona like the videos now they are rampant kwa internet, and it is crazy guys, I'm telling you. Sijika kwanza tukianza naye, sijika ulicheck your stuff.
Honestly, I did. And what I can say is I am not happy. Because honestly, people are out there trying to fight for their rights, trying to express their freedom of speech, trying to practice democracy, but they are getting killed in return. They're getting killed, they're getting abducted, they're going missing. Like, what is going on, honestly? Because if that is, okay, we are told, express what, like, kuna kwanga na hiyo right ya
freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression. And if we feel kama wewe ka president yetu, even wewe generally, if you are head of something, and the people when you kona wao, like waone ni kama you have some, you know, unafaa ku correct some stuff. Kuna ndio maana kuna kwanga na opposition leaders.
Definitely.
So hiyo opposition leaders inakwanga hapo jia correct what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I feel like hawana hiyo, like wao ni mkuu amesema
ni hivyo,
akishasema amesema
kabisa. Abi, your view on that about Tanzania?
Okay, one is honestly what is happening in Tanzania is so devastating, and it's not right, because it brings us back to also what happened in Kenya during the 2024 finance bill. And we saw people getting out on the streets to fight for their rights, to question government, because mnafanya vitu hizi ni nini mnafanya, una get? And in return what you get is torture, abductions, killings, and it's honestly not so good. And I feel like the government, in as much as you tell us we have democracy, I don't feel like there's democracy. Because what do you mean I'm supposed to be voting for someone and yet hao wenye wanafaa kuwa wakipigiwa kura hawako, because they've been abducted, sijui wamefanywa nini, like it's not fair to the Tanzanian people, and definitely hata to Kenya and East Africa, and let me say the whole of Africa, because many of the countries in Africa are third world countries. We are trying to get to first world countries, the likes of Kenya, US, China and all, but I don't think we'll get there with this kind of trend, with these kind of leaders. And in as much as we want to change the leaders, I don't think anything will change unless we change the system.
Exactly.
The whole system is corrupt, the whole system is biased, and It's really sad.
So you find like democracy for me, niliona maze, it wasn't served actually, because tell me why. You are going for an election, definitely lazima kutakuwa na your competitors.
Yeah.
But right now, unapata kwa election, your name is let's just it's facts by the way. Hakuna mambo sijui defamation and
Yeah.
stuff. If you go to Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan was the current she's the current president,
Yeah.
and she was the president before the election. But now you find pale kwa ballot ni yeye peke yake. And you're like, we are your competitors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, who are you competing against?
yeah.
Because I mean, what was the essence of having elections?
Exactly.
Kama ni wewe tu.
And you find like people like, you know, like, actually I felt disappointed first of all some artists pale, because you guys, you can see like definitely this is not happening, this is not right. Hakuna opposition, hakuna leaders. And during elections, me I feel like democracy needs to be something like kila msee ana practice that. Like tell me why tunaenda kwa elections. Hata kama mimi ni msee like mwenye najitakia, definitely I should be having at least some competitors. But now right now here hakuna msee, hakuna like ni Suluhu wa kwanza, wa pili ni sijui Samia Suluhu.
Yeah.
Alafu
Hassan
hata-
Suluhu.
I saw that
It
video.
is
Yeah.
crazy. Tutaifika kweli the third world country. Tutaifika kweli.
I don't.
And it is crazy, man. And why should people be killed?
And the
first?
worst thing, their foreign minister was actually saying that they have not used any form of force. There are no killings. Everything is okay. But yet, what the reports you get from the opposition are totally different. Because figures are up to like 700 people have been killed. Like hundreds of
Yeah.
people are being killed.
700.
Yes.
Yo.
Over seven, like hundreds of people are being killed. So many people are being abducted. Watu tu wanaenda tu missing. Kumekuwa na hiyo internet blackout. So in short, hatupati actually the correct figures. Unaweza pata hata ni watu wengi kuliko wenye sisi tunajua. So why are they lying?
And unajua, I've been asking myself this thing. During if we compare the Kenyan protest, it was about the financial bill, not actually the election. But now, I feel like the key thing, and you bring this up, like Kenyan Gen Z tulifungwa watu macho. True. And we opened the other countries Gen Z tulifungwa macho tukaambia, you guys, fanyaje, if you feel something is not right, they shouldn't. And kwanza before the elections, I felt like the Gen Zs are coming up. Was there, and I felt like, yeah, that is the way to go. But now, during the elections, they were being killed, tortured. Mpaka like you are seeing a mother of 3 kids, a mother hata hajafanya kitu, and boom, ashapigwa. So if you guys see Gen Z, if to come to you Wanja, do you feel like the Kenyan Gen Z walichangia mostly kwa kufungwa like the other countries Gen Z?
Actually, I would say yes. Kwa sababu there is this system yenye imekuwa mbele yetu. Na kutoka tukue wadogo, we have all been practicing. Kuna ile ya haufai kuongea watu wakubwa wakiongea. Ama haufai kuongea watu wengine wakiwa mahali.
Yeah,
because you know it's considered as disrespect
yeah.
and all that. But then, as much as kuna hiyo kitu, tulifunguka macho. Because that's like colonialism. Ni venye haijaisha.
Yeah.
You get? But then, the Kenyan Gen Z, you can't tell us we are the future. But then us getting involved in making the future is a mistake. Because apparently if I have a voice and I want to say something and I want to express something and this something is iko hivi, iko 1, 2, 3, this and this is going wrong. So y'all need to know how you correct that.
Exactly.
But me saying you need to correct that, now that's a mistake.
Exactly.
It's not, you're not supposed to correct. You know, you're supposed to be corrected. But then, sasa venye Tanzania waliona, you know, the Kenyan Gen Z wamefanya hivyo, they were like, actually, they make sense. They make sense too. Hapa ni kukaliwa, tumekaliwa, literally. And we cannot, so if we have a voice, why not?
But unajua, these leaders wako zile za Gen Z tukitaka kuaddress our issues, like ni lazima tuende street, like hatukuji tukae kwa table. To me, I was seeing the president of Tanzania, Suluhu Hassan, she was like, unajua, right now the opposition leaders, ni kama walikuwa wameshika the youths mostly. So wakaona what we need to do here ni to capture these leaders. And they were jailed maze. Alafu na the reason they were jailed because zile za really. Alafu sasa asira ikakuja. Asira ya Gen Z ikakam. But now unapata like their freedom of expression and their freedom of speech ilikatizwa up to a point like internet inazimwa. What is your take on that, Kwanza?
Okay, yes, I feel yes, Kenya served as an eye-opener to so many countries in Africa, including the countries in East Africa. Because mostly we're used to, if we want to speak out, it's the opposition leaders who will be out there. But this was a movement that was not organized by any leader. It was not funded by anyone. Exactly. It was later on. We united as young people to fight for what we believe is right and to fight for the change that we want as a nation, as a generation. Because I mean, we are the future. And in as much as they say all is gold, in this case it is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. So yeah. And now coming to what is happening in Tanzania, I feel like when it comes to a point where a leader wants to jail someone for speaking against what you're doing because it's wrong, I feel like the role of the opposition is to actually keep the leader on toes.
Exactly.
You promised unafanya hivi, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. So I will oppose what you're doing because you promised something in your manifesto and now you're not delivering what you promised. So I feel like it's more of fear. They fear that because after the finance bill in nini toka protest, they changed. Exactly. And they actually came to listen to us. Na hata kama wanasema ndio sisi tusikike ni lazima tuende kwa streets, it's because we have tried voicing ourselves tukuje tuongee, but you don't listen to us. Exactly. So we will go out there until you pay attention to what we are saying. This is wrong, and in as much as, and we call it a democratic state, so why not practice democracy?
So first of all, I want to big up the Kenyan audience. This Kenyan, the Kenyan wanatetea haki ya wananchi, and also kutetea activists, the likes of Boniface Mwangi. Receive your flowers, Maiji. You're doing some amazing work out there, and it's amazing. But I saw again, na niliona kwa post zake pale Instagram, he was posting the things that were happening in TZ. And I'm telling you guys, yo, if it was happening in Kenya, actually, sijui kama tungeipata peace. Because unajua Kenyan Gen Z, I feel like we are more stronger.
Sisi tutavuruga.
You don't joke with Kenya.
Tutavuruga.
Don't. So do you guys feel like unajua like in TZ, the way wali approach, because in Kenya, me I feel like sisi Gen Z wa Kenya tulikuwa more prepared or something. And the way we approached it was like wase tunaenda hivi wote. Na tunatokea Tuesday.
People came out with hundreds and thousands. Everything else came to a halt. Tunaenda.
Manoma ilikuwa na TZ. I guess kuna mahali walikosea their demonstrations. Walikuwa naifanya hiyo siku ya elections. Like unapata wase, guys, mazi tuko street. Tokeni mazi tuko street. It's day 1, I guess that day 2 sasa ndio ikashika moto. And I be like, you guys venye muli approach. I guess ndio iliwa cost. I guess ndio alimess. But right now, ukiangalia pale, haikuwa Gen Z pekee, mpaka wamadhe, like the aged people, walikuwa bado street na walikuwa nauliwa. So what do you guys take on that? Because Tanzania, it was about election, yetu ilikuwa about financial bill, yao ilikuwa elections. So what do you guys feel on that, Wenza? Like literally, this thing, the way they approached, was it wrong? Ama iliwapata tu like, shwa?
Okay, honestly, from my perspective, you can't really blame them. Because there is no way we will be conducting that election. Well, the two main opposition parties are not even included. Then what are we going to vote?
Exactly.
Okay? That is the question in the room. That is the elephant in the room. So even us conducting that maandamano demonstrations during that day, it's actually so valid. Because hakuna venye tutakaa kwa nyumba twende to vote na tunavotia mtu like what are we going to vote then?
Na msa hatumtaki.
And the worst thing is that this person said it into alivotia because she came into presidency in 2021 after John Magufuli died and I'm like, okay, it's not fair.
And you find like unajua pia kitu nilirealize now say uko the Gen Zs wa TZ. I remember before that, their leaders, they were mocking Kenyans by the way. And they were like, you guys unajua Kenya maribu nchi yenyu. Kenya sijui mmefanya nini.
Everyone on ahead to abduct our own people.
And I mean, and you know, it's like, so like ikawafikia. So wanasemanga karma is the B word. Yeah. So iliwapata. And you find like iliwahit vibaya by the way. But right now, unajua, if you are in power, that is what I can tell leaders. If you are in power and you want to serve like everybody, at least skiza voices ya wase. A good example, if you come to a country, me feel like Ruto, our president, His Excellency the President, to be specific. I guess at a point, alifika akasikiza wase and he was like, but then it was too late actually. Akasikiza wase. So me I feel like TZ, they hata hawana space, like they are not giving space. President amesema hivi. And guys, tunafanya hivyo. And I was saying Trump. But yeah, before we talk about Trump, well, is it like something in protocol, like for the other presidents to congratulate like Suluhu? You guys will know like mwambie siji pongezi umeshinda election. Na kila mtu anaona it was like
honestly, it's very wrong for, if you're a democratic president from your own country, I think it is very wrong for you to condone such behavior. It is wrong, and call a spade a spade. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You did not get the win in the rightful manner. Because I mean, if you're a leader, definitely you have a lot of people looking up to you.
Exactly.
Na unakuja tu vizuri kabisa and you're like trying to sugarcoat something that is wrong. What are you showing people? Unafunza watu nini? Because definitely mtu kama ni any leader akona wafasi wengi sana.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to tell me that unaenda is it even making sense? Hizi vitu zinakasirisha tu sana by the way. Because I honestly fear the same thing might happen to Kenya in 2027.
Tutafika hapo kweli?
It can get there if we don't power is with the people. So if we don't watch out, if we don't take care, we might get there. And honestly, it might even be worse.
Yeah. You're saying something?
Yeah. My honest question. How much blood needs to be shed for change to come? Because honestly, if speaking out, just expressing whatever we are, not condoning such, is leading to deaths 500 to 700. And let me correct that. Mark you, that 500, 700, it's an estimated number. And this information, you can't even get it.
Exactly.
For you to sort such information, lazima uingie places kama BBC. Because the local journalists are not even allowed to be operating. Kila mtu alifungiwa. There's an internet blackout. So I am wondering where are we we want a better world. Kuna ile kama as Kenyans, kuna hii stuff ya Vision 2030.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
How sure are we that Vision 2030 will be realized? Because if we are trying to like put some stuff into order, or we are trying to put mikakati kadhaa into making it, and definitely for that tunafaa kucorrect hii, tutoe hii tufanye hii. But then hiyo kutoa, like if it's not coming from the president or from spaces or leaders who like are supposed to talk, supposed to talk.
Exactly. I get you.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
So apparently sisi hatuna, we got nothing. We will talk, but at the end of the day,
unajua like I was saying before the election thing and before wasashikwe, mazini nilikuwa naona Suluhu anapendwa. Just to be honest, to be honest, nilikuwa naona anapendwa. So like yeye alikuwa na sure bet anashinda. Mesa meta sikuona haja, but again the opposition walikuwa nakuja, and because unajua niliona Suluhu alifanyaje, alishika the big artists, the likes of Diamond Platnumz, Zuchu, Rivani, akawashika na akamwambia you guys nawapea like this, definitely walikula, definitely walikula something, na akamwambia mnilete votes yao sasa bwana, ushawa convince Diamond akona millions of fans, Rivani millions of fans, what else do you want? Actually at the opposition akuja I try his luck. Because me I feel like maybe I should appreciate Kenya, because Kenya I feel like kwanzia 2007, of which it was a lesson kwa sisi wote kwanza 2007 up to date sijai witness something of such.
Yeah.
Like ilikuwa najaribu but at least ni kama wajinga waliisha Kenya. If I use that phrase.
Lakini honestly, okay, yeah.
If you use that phrase wajinga waliisha Kenya because na ukiangalia 2013 perfect. Tukarudia tulirudia lini by the
2017
nilirudiwa Maraga alifanya ile kitu.
If it's a no, it's a no. Actually, I really liked that man.
And is na by then niko naona na vibe is coming for us in 2027.
We'll see about that.
I was saying unacheki we did our best. Hakukuwa na violation of any rights, though the opposition was saying walibiwa and stuff, definitely, but I could figure at this point enye wasanauliwa. And me, I'll just criticize the Tanzanian artists. You guys were low. Unajua mpaka the Kenyan people were now telling the Tanzanian artists kina Diamond wanawatag anaambia bro muna support you guys. Unajua after Suluhu ameshakuwa sweared in as the president, these guys wakaendelea tu na their usual activities to promote their music, their brands and stuff. And Kenyans were like, really? Who did Diamond do? Bro, people are being killed. And that jioni ndo nikaona like wameshaanza kupost sasa ati pray for Tanzania and all the blah blah blah. Wana pretend kweli. You guys mlikuwa mnaonaje like are they pretending?
Honestly, I think they're pretending. You saw this coming. Ama ulidhani tu watu wamenyamaza tu hawatafanya anything about that. You have the money, you have the power. But we want someone who will. I feel like it's more centered on watu wenye wako hapa. Exactly. And you forget the common mwananchi. That is why you will tax bread sijui imefika nini but you not forgetting that kuna mtu pale hata hiyo 50 bob kupata kwa siku ni ngumu. And you don't care about that person. And that is why people are marching to the streets because we want change. We want to make a difference, not just for me, man, my kids wanakuja wataka wapi because mmeua watu. Mtabaki mkilid kina nani?
Exactly.
Because yes, you will kill us, but you will not kill all of us. And we will still be marching on those streets day in, day out, praying and advocating for change and trying to make a difference. And the sooner these leaders realize that, the better for everyone.
Realize kweli? Kwanza realize.
I think we will have to change the system.
We have to change the system.
So how can we do this?
Let me tell you. Unajua kuna kitu wanaingianga when you're sworn into office. There is your manifesto that you present. So the manifesto contains the changes that you're gonna bring. When you were getting into that seat, we gave you that seat, right? We voted, we took charge, we took that chance, okay? And we voted. We put you there, right? So in manifesto yako inakuja na iko na the things, for example, useme like roads are supposed to be made, nini by this year tutakuwa tumeshughulikia njaa, in those countries, for example, like Nigeria, Magadisa, such stuff. But then you get into office, the first 2 years are so nice.
Exactly.
Then unakuja hapa unaanza kuimplement vitu hatuelewi. Do we not have a right to, say, nini inaendelea?
Kwanza napata nikishaweka Biblia chini. Tuli expect maendeleo. Lakini what did we expect?
Mbona unasema tu tusalatu sipoje tupare tulishauzwa na hata hujui mnatukia Kenya is no longer Kenya.
Na mbona ilikuwa tunaenda? Juu nilikuwa naona vitu zinaenda kupigwa sell out in this country. Ati sasa equally to from the government iende kwa private staffs. And mpaka the airport
it's like someone is treating this nation as their private property. Like I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Nikiamua ile airport sifurahi vile na songa totoa. And it's not right because this is our country. Our forefathers fought for this country to pate independence. And now I don't feel like we have that independence anymore.
But unajua, I've got a question. So like all these are happening and you hear like the president anasema the reason aliambia Suluhu like pongezi and stuff, it's because of diplomatic sijui you have got some relationship with Tanzania such that Was that really okay on your, what do you guys see about that, Kwanza? Like, yo.
Personally, for me, let me tell you, if I am benefiting from you, literally, they somehow, somewhere, I'll just find time. And ukifanya makosa definitely utatupa. Tuna benefit kutoka kwako, right? So I feel like for him doing that in the name of diplomacy, relations, international relations between the two countries, I feel like beneficial.
Yeah.
So like unajua
he's definitely gaining something.
And again you find it like nilikuwa naona does it inachangia like kusema we cannot stand as a country sasa kama sisi wenyewe like up to a point lazima tuwape pongezi yao ndio vitu wako nazo zikuze kwetu, and I'm like hatuwezi jisimamia like we have got these things. If you talk about Tanzania kuna nini by the way niko wote sijui because literally because ukiangalia tea tunapata from Kenya, atupata petrol. Tanzania kuna petrol gives na these minerals, gold and stuff.
Actually, we also have petrol in Kenya somewhere, but when the Kenyan government doesn't actually mine in a mine off with, I don't know, there is sometime I was reading about that. We have petroleum in Kenya. But
ile ya Turkana, right?
Was it Turkana? But kunayo. But sasa sisi tuna nini, tuna mine. It's being mined by another country. And then sasa tunauziwa.
But unajua, I was trying to sit and be like okay, Tanzania iko na nini yenye Kenya inaweza benefit, because I saw by the president of US, that guy is Donald Trump. Unajua alisimama and he was like Tanzania mnafanya vibaya and we must look at this relationship. Lazima tuende tupitie relationship yetu kati ya Tanzania na US. And I'm like Ruto, okay, President Ruto, was that
His
hard?
Excellency.
Was that hard? Na by the unajua iliwasha moto ngine hatari. Because you tell me 2027 tunaingia election as Kenyans, tunaingia elections, and we have seen what has happened in Tanzania. And by new guys, I'm telling you, it will literally kwanza Kenyan Gen Zs wako na hasira nyingine
Sana.
And I was saying like president alisema like Suluhu congratulations. Niko na yes kwa comment section wamempiga though wako zile za why should you congratulate her, you blah blah blah. And I was listening to a certain radio station, was it yesterday, and this presenter was like unajua ho it is the duty of the president to say sijui protocol, anafuata protocol. And maybe even the UN itself, they're not speaking. So I'm like, how does it benefit? Like, we are talking about human beings, at least kama hauna ile roho ya ile utu wa binadamu, sindio? Kama una ile utu wa binadamu, but at least show some mercy. I mean, okay, mpe pongezi zake, yes, mpe flowers, but now tell her kulikuwa hivi na hivi, you did not follow. Literally hakukuwa na any other leader anavai. Wote wamefungwa kwa jela. Waliachwa by the way?
I don't think so. Not that I have seen.
I haven't seen anything about it.
You see vitu kama hizo, and you feel like hakuna siku tutaifikia like the third world countries, literally hakuna vitu tutafikia. And talking about that, if tukiacha hiyo ya Tanzania kidogo, we headed to Sudan. And I feel like in Sudan it's kind of different kidogo. To start with you, Abi, umesikia story ya Sudan?
From what I got, the RSF finally took over North Darfur. There's a city called El Fasher, and there has been a very terrible massacre happening in that place. Watu wanauliwa tu in broad daylight. Like hata hakuna any censorship or anything. Someone will literally record killing you na hatambui or anything, and I'm like, what is really happening to Africa?
Walikuwa na record like
because I'm seeing videos kwa documentaries in circulates like live killings of people. Unapata to bodies, because in El Fasher, was it yesterday or the day before, they were digging up mass graves to bury people. God. Like mass graves. That is how much people have been killed.
Na unataka kuniambia before tukam kwa kwanza, umesema these people like this day walikuwa Kenya. I don't know if I can remember, and they were signing something pale KCC. Na naambiwa they're the same people like ni kama wako wameshikana mikono na hawa watu and they are doing these things. Sijui kama I'm correct. Sijui kama you guys mulisikia hiyo stuff. Because it was happening in KCC. I can't remember the name. And these leaders were like, walikuja. Mind you, mpaka president wa Sudan was like, Kenyan sijui relationship yetu na Kenya isharibika because mkaenda mkashika wase. And right now we are witnessing it. Alafu like, nobody is talking. If you come to Wanja, sijui kama ulipatana na hiyo story ya Sudan.
Yeah, I did. But from my perspective, actually, if you angalia watu wenye wanauawa sana, most of it are Christians.
True.
So for me, I'd view it as prosecution. Yeah.
Tukirudile zile enzi za Biblia.
Yeah, honestly. Because I haven't like so much focused on that though. But venye tu naona wakiuliwa and all that, and most of it ni Christians wanauawa. It's raising a question. Definitely it's raising a question because why are the Christians being killed? Why are the, for example, let me use the Muslims. The Muslims are having it much easier than the Christians.
Yeah. Okay, not to talk bad about Muslims.
Yeah, but that's
Bregging.
exactly what's happening.
But now unajua me see like in Kenya we live tunaishi vizuri na Waislamu by the way. It gives like there are relationship and theirs perfect. Kinga gava they are there. But ni kama ni kitu about government and stuff. Ni kama wase waliona like huko Sudan gava kabisa wamesahau Waislamu. And then down the United Arabs Emirates. Wakajoin wakakuja akasema sijui nitakupigania sasa our Muslims in Sudan. So guys, and I'm like, was that the correct approach ama tu wange negotiate waseme like, yeah, literally I believe like negotiations can work.
Yeah, we have seen it work in Kenya. I mean, with Mwai Kibaki and the late Raila. We also saw it with Uhuru and Raila. So I feel like it's a matter of sisi ni watu wakubwa. And I feel like if these leaders actually had the people's desires at heart, ni vitu wanaweza resolve, like hizo beef zao tuweke tu kando kidogo. Because I mean, I want to serve my people. I want our people to be okay, to be safe. We want us to move together as a country. So this is something we can just sit, talk about, come to agreements. What will you do? What will I do? How are you benefiting? How am I benefiting? And how are the people benefiting? But sasa wana overlook hizo vitu zingine zote. I want to be in power. But sasa you're killing people. So who will you serve? If you kill those people, unabaki ukiserve kina nani surely? So I feel it's just a matter of power struggle. People just want power. Like uonekane ni wewe uko tu hapo, but you really don't care about the people. You don't care about the country or your nation. It's about your selfish interests. And that is why I feel like as Africa, it's very hard for us to move forward because we're all selfish. Una feel tu ni wewe pekee unataka kufika pale. You don't care about your brother, you don't care about your sister. Ni wewe pekee yako. When it comes to religious stuff, I mean, look at Kenya. Honestly, I feel like Kenya is better when it comes to religious stuff. We live together with the Muslims, with Hindus, with Buddhists, with all watu wote. Wanenge kanisa ni sawa, mimi sina shida na wewe. And I feel like inatusaidianga sana ku avoid vitu zingine tu unnecessary. Wewe kana Mungu wako, mimi nikae na Mungu wangu. And I feel like hizi ni vitu sisi ni watu wakubwa tu, like wewe si mimi nikiamua hivi nataka wacha tu ikatu ni hivyo, but don't force me to do something I don't want.
Unataka kuniambia if you say like sisi ni watu wakubwa, but again unapata like these people they are big, yes, but now illiteracy. So me I find it like is it books, ni vitabu like atujasoma ama ni nini?
Actually, from my point of view, I feel like they ignore. It's not like these people are not learning.
They know.
You know, some people in government or some people in those huge positions, watu ni maprofessors.
Exactly.
So they know exactly. Acha nikwambie, we live at a time where people know exactly what they are doing. Okay? So see it hata hajui that there's a difference between maybe ethnicity, maybe Muslims and Christians and all that. But kama watu wakubwa, tuketi chini, tuongee, as she has said, tuketi chini tuongee, tuone hapa na hapa mjapo kifanya vizuri. If we do this and this and this, it will benefit us in this and this and this without affecting the people. But what is going on? Watu wanabifiana tu. Openly, like they don't hawaketi chini for reason. That is the problem. That is why people are getting killed. That is why people are getting massacred. Watu tu wanakufia tu vitu hata hawajui. Something that like you're dying for something that you don't even know. You don't even have knowledge about.
So unajua hizi mabeefs sema tu the leaders wanaangalia wananchi ngori because if you come ukiangalia Sudan, yeah, they had a president, right? But now if you look at that thing, Waislamu hawakuwa wanapewa from sijui kama ni kweli hawakuwa wanapewa that chance to rule ama kwa leadership. So una find that rather than other countries kuingilia, but I feel again bado tuko in that colonial era because right now the Arab say Emirates it's a country.
The United Arab Emirates.
Ni a country by itself, sindo?
Yeah. Okay.
Ama kingdom
really,
or whatever.
It's just something.
Na ni kitu powerful. They're powerful, right?
Yeah, it's very powerful. USA hivyo tu like iko
Sasa ase kuingilia sasa hii story. So angemoja tu ase atulie tu na mambo yao. Wakati tu vile nataka.
Acha niongelee hiyo. You cannot fix. I cannot come fix your marriage. As an outsider,
exactly.
Honestly, you have to fix your marriage yourself.
Yeah.
That is what is going on in Sudan. You cannot try to fix a country if we actually acha tusitumie hata country tusiende mbali tuseme tu mimi mwenyewe. I cannot change, you cannot convince me to change ama you cannot advise me to something if I don't have the will ya kubadilisha.
Exactly.
So in Sudan I feel like ndo hizi countries zingine zianze kukuja. You cannot come in between the middle of the conflict. Acha kwanza watu wakae chini wajue shida iko wapi. And then now you can come as a resolution, you know, after resolution, now you can come in trying to building into the resolution. But first always peleka ni kama you cannot go and try to bring peace when hizi vitu zote zikihappen. Hata kwanza wao wenyewe wajue ni nini ina happen as a country. This is going on.
And how long do you think that will take? Because I honestly don't see it happening anytime soon. From what I have been observing, I don't see it happening anytime soon.
That is why mimi nasema hivi hakuna haja like you are just 82-year-old guy seated there and you like nataka niko preso.
Retire man. Retire.
Go home. Yeah. And this is why hizi vitu zinafanyika by the way. Umse amekuwa tangu 1980, 1970. Ile siku 1980 walikuwa wanasema nataka network yangu igonge billion, nataka network yangu igonge this. Unapata wanavaa and I'm like really ido kwa miaka mbakisha tuseme tu ukishafika 80 mimi nasema hizo zingine ni bonus. Bro nakula bonus. Hiyo bonus yako 6, 10, 15.
Use it wisely.
Network yako already you are good bro. You are good. Wewe achia wengine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not even about money to some point. It's power. These people are very wealthy. Lakini hiyo power tu ya kusema ni mimi ndo kusema. Hakuna like it's about you to power. Like sema mbona do au watu wana pesa. I mean they have businesses. They have unaweza pata mtu akona biashara country nyingine hata si mahali yako like hiyo place ana lead. They have places to run to when chaos hit their own countries. They have places to go to. But it's that power.
Nilikuwa nasikia siji hizo vitu zikihappen unapata sijio prezo ako Kilimani.
Tanzania walikuwa wamekimbia kwenda kulinia hapa airport, wanafunga airport au leaders waache kutoroka because they know hawatakaa huku kukiwa hakuna amani. They will go to better places. Nyinyi mbaki hapo mkipigana, then they will come back and tell you we are very sorry, let's pray for our country, we want to move forward. Move forward ndo kusema nini? Nyinyi ndo mlichangia. But I just pray that people actually, let me just say Kenyans, let us see what is happening. Let us see what has been happening over the years since we elected our president. Na sasa like what even happened during the 2024 protests last year pia, what happened this ilikuwa memories.
Yeah, tuko tunakumbuka.
Yeah, memories.
Lakini it was chaotic.
Mlienda maandamano?
Definitely.
Mlienda?
Definitely.
Ama ilikuwa social media hapo kwa
Definitely.
Baby girl
Okay.
in the era.
Unajua mzazi anaona.
tuongee nyuma ya pale ni nyuma ya tent.
Nyuma ya tent. Kwa sababu according to the, the protests are happening, people are dying. Mzazi akikaa nyumbani, as much as we are fighting for our rights, anakumbuka hako na mtoto. Hata hajafikisha miaka ya kuoleka, hata hajaona kamjukuu.
Ana mjukuu.
Kidogo anasikia unatoka nje
Unaenda wapi?
Unaenda wapi? Kwa nyumba.
Mimi mwenyewe siendi, wewe ni nani?
Exactly.
Hiyo ndo swali niliuliza. But I honestly loved what was happening because kulikuwa na so much unity. You could feel the love, the unity, like tuna march to like una hiyo tu vibe ilikuwa ina bamba, but so until they started infiltrating us with goons and police officers who were just coming to kill people. Now police, with how much do they get paid?
Unajua mi like
hata nilifika mahali and I was searching like how much does a police officer in Kenya earn?
wapi hawakuli
And I'm like mnakuja sisi, we are fighting for you because if Kenya changes for us, paying you a benefit, lakini mbona hamuoni hivyo? Like why are you opposing the right things? Do you mean mnapewa pesa ngapi honestly?
But unajua it's again, but before tukuje now Kenya, if we finish about Sudan, actually the things that are happening there may feel like at this point may feel like the UN, these organizations, these big organizations, because of late wamekuwa kinyamaza, hawafanyi kitu yoyote. So a message that's, and by there I like also kila msie si wote hapa, you just give a message to these people, like nothing happening in Tanzania, the thing happening in Sudan. I guess these are UN nations, right? Because definitely it covers like almost all the countries in East Africa. And napata like, and again, I wanna just a request to leaders wote again wa Africa, unajua, because right now if you look at Nigeria's leaders, if you look at Morocco's leaders, like Morocco by then grow, Morocco it's growing. So now unajua like, what if you guys will come together and be like, okay, these are our brothers, these are our sisters, these are our siblings, these are our motherland, Why don't you just come together as Africa? That is why I was supporting this thing like Africa equal kama US. Like Africa equal to Africa enyewe as a continent, and tuko na leader moja mwenye anasimamia Africa, and then now the countries tuko na kitu kama Senate, like Ruto akuwe Senate wa Kenya. Yeah, and I guess hiyo kitu ingesaidia by the way. But because of the political whatever power and stuff, the delulu in our leaders is deluluing and deluluing.
Supply to the
you guys, but you guys should work on that by the way. And for our brothers and sisters in Sudan, keep peace.
We are praying for you.
We are praying for them as tukikuzina our country. Yeah, Kenya, we've been cooking of late. You have been cooking. Tulianza yetu 2024 ikatulia. Juzi tukakuja remember. And have you guys, do you benefit from this?
From what exactly?
From the demonstrations?
Partly, I guess, yes. Because you'll find that even in most media stations, they have like this morning briefs, and they're incorporating the youth, like student leaders. The last time I was watching, kulikuwa na student leaders from JKUAT, UON, KU, like they're there to speak, to voice out what they feel is right and what they feel is wrong, depending na pieces are like what the campaigns that have already started in Kenya. Yet we're like, we're almost 2 years to the elections, but campaigns zilishaanza. So I feel like in a way, as the youth, we also benefited from the protests. Na pay your finance bills, the hike will go through. And actually, I feel it was like an alert to the leaders. If you are here feeling ni kama mmefika, hey, tutaonesha hamjafika. We are just here. We are eyeing you guys, like we are watching you guys, and we will come back to the drawing table. So it's either you deliver what you promised, or we'll show you how to deliver it. Na sisi sasa ni kuwatoa ofisini, like mtoke, hatutaki atia sisi hakuna second chance, ni utoke tu bro, songa tu kando.
Tutakutoa kwa ofisi, like we literally come to your office, remove from that
and put the person we feel is right to lead us.
But I feel like that word on that nilikuwa nasikia somebody somewhere akisema, analisema alitumia baba, by the rest in peace baba. We still remember you. You are the enigma Unasema hivyo, si ndio? Yeah. So I was saying as in like unajua sijui opposition yangu ilikuwa baba. But now vile baba yuko, wengine wamebaki. Nitawanyorosha mapema asubuhi na mapema. Ndio like bro, chill.
Atenzi wako wapi? Utukiwa wapi?
But unajua like at this point ni kama kurudia ex wake because nilikuwa naona Gen Z. Maybe ameanza kurudi. Hata wakumbuki what happened actually back then because right now people are starting to mpenda. Ama ni vile maendeleo.
He learned a lot.
Sindio, that is the thing he's trying to do. Because literally he's winning.
Sidhani hata ufanye nini naweza sahau. Like I guess I can forgive you but I will never forget. Kina Rex Masai, man, may their souls rest in peace. A lot of blood was shed in our country.
But again you see
innocent
like,
blood.
At this point nilikuwa naona tu like nilikuwa napiga hiyo hesabu because ile za ilikuwa was it after July August hapo hiyo mimi kaanza kutrend huko zile za washaanza kurudia their enemy ashaanza kumpenda kwa zile za bro msisahau let's focus because ukiangalia tulicheza CHAN and people like Prezo amewapea milioni and stuff flowers the president was a bigger na tunaenda tukisahau. Remember tuko na tumia kangapi 2 years kama ni nini mimi
I don't think we'll have forgotten.
We are so good in noting change. We really not change. But do we forget? No,
we don't forget.
Acha nikwambie, as people walikuwa wanatokea 2025 protest achana na za last year hii mwaka watu walikuwa wanasema yes they have been laughing, yes there have been some moments zenye tumeshirikiana Maya blah 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 nini but let me tell you people do not forget. We do not forget. People don't forget. Kenyans don't forget.
So bado tumefocus.
People let me tell you.
The goal is still there.
Let me tell you, it will shock you. In 2027, hata utaona. Wajinga waliisha Kenya.
But who will replace this dude?
I guess there's still some time left before we find the right candidate. You may never know, but at Gen Z we might have our own leader now, okay? You never know. There's still time. That point campaigns zimeanza mapema but hizi tu ni campaigns za kuchachisha.
But me what I'm praying for, let's just not go back to the streets again. Like that is what I'm praying for.
Yeah
because about the things we have talked about Tanzania and the Sudan maze haipendezi and if you sit down and you be like maze unu bro wangu unu best wangu mimi kesho nakaa kijani alafu nasikia Wanja maze alipatikana akiwa Makongeni ako this must go then boom Wanja. Sorry for that but just an example. Alafu again unapata pale uni msetu tulikuwa na yeye but now ameenda kutetea haki yake and akamalizwa. So me I'm like maze tusirudi huko and we are going for the 2027 thing bro. 2027 inakuja mbio.
It's literally like
and mind you next year ni World Cup inacheza. Next year. So unapata next year it will be very busy up to a point that we realize that we are there. So unapata like tushafika 2027 alafu tutapanga. And do you guys believe in this thing ya kusema like you can't be leaderless? Like Gen Z
in as much as we say we are leaderless, I feel like there's definitely supposed to be a leader. Without a leader things will be very chaotic. We need someone to wewe tu amko useme mimi nataka hii so what will we get in the end? We need a leader at least mwenye atakuwa na voice all of what we want, like ako pale kufikisha kutimiza kusema kunena. So I think without a leader it can be very chaotic.
Una support hapo Wanja?
Yeah, I do honestly because you cannot it's like kampuni. A kampuni lazima ikuwe na a head. That is why there is head of communications. That is the reason there's kuna accountant. That is the reason kuna receptionist. That is the reason kuna manager. Kuna to make sure each and every role is being played.
So unajua mimi like if you talk about that it's like a company. There was a certain DP alikuwa anasema unajua hii inaitwaje the government ni kama kampuni, ni kama sako. Kila mtu akona share.
True.
Na you guys mlikuwa mmejam kwa zile za no, unajua he is being tribalist, you know. But at a particular point, me I feel like he was making a lot of sense.
He was.
Unajua the things that are happening inside the government, I swear I'm telling you, zikitolewa huku nje hatutaamini. And I'm telling you, come to talk about shares, your shares about that DP alikuwa anaongelea hizo stuff. And alikuja kusema na hii kitu ilianza after demonstrations. After demonstrations, this guy, but it was very funny. To be honest, it was very funny. Unajua alienda Mombasa akashika his own media, akaita the media na me press release. Yeah, and he was like, unajua how this and this and this. Hapo ndo vitu zikaanza kuchange. Tukaanza sasa kufunguliwa macho pia sisi. Tukaanza. But deep down, he was very right by the way. He was very right. Because unajua kitu inaleta demonstrations actually for most of the countries. Nizi vitu unajua a leader ameenda pale amekaa kwa hiyo seat, yeah, amesema hatoki. Bana, big up to our president because kuna siku alikuwa amesema anaongeza terms sijiko 14 years, but he came kwa media akasema about that thing, no, I mean I'll just serve my years mkinipigia kura, and we still feel like we are still having that democracy, but sijui kama it will be practiced 2027, though we are yet to see. And big up to our president, he said that bana, unajua these other countries zinawalemea because umse anataka kuweka power forever. He be like, hii kitu siachi, na nikiacha naacha mtoi wangu na naacha kijana wangu ile place, because zile za really bro. So does it affect us economically, socially and stuff? Like, because right now taxes zinaraiziwa and then tunaambiwa it's because of this and this and this. If you talk about taxes, does it bring inachangia kwa hiyo like demonstrations and stuff? So you guys have if you start with you Anja about his taxes, do we really benefit? Like Ruto akikuja ama president of any other country akisema ni muongeza tax na akatoa reason, but now ina make sense, but again at that point hatuko hapo. So like, what is your point on that? What's your take on that?
Okay, personally, the way I view it, according to my perspective.
Yeah.
So yes, we unajua change ikiletwa. For example, hizo nyumba zikijengwa zitabenefit kila mtu, right? So we are so good in noting change, which we do. Nani hataki change? Definitely we all want our roads to be good. Definitely we all want some things made simpler to us. Housing, levy, all that and all that. But as you're imposing these taxes, not just say the economy will boom. So tafadhali, I feel like they should also consider, yes, we are trying to bring change. This is your voting, this is maybe or tumeongeza tax juu ya hii na hii. But also tafadhali, also kumbuka kuna mtu hiyo, imagine mtu anataxiwa tuseme like report ya salary yake. Okay? And probably this person is earning like, let's not even take much. Tuseme tu hata huyo mtu kupata sapa ya siku
ni normal.
So honestly itakuwa poa. Lakini pia huyu mwenye hapa anateseka.
So when we like, is it forcefully kuforce msee kutaka change?
I'm like, change is good, but how do you get that change? Taxes ni poa, okay, si ati ni mbaya, because I mean like through those taxes ndio wanajenga barabara, hospitali, nini, they do all that. But to what extent are you taxing this person? Unaona, like yes, mtax ile yenye ina make sense. But to some point unafinyilia mtu sana. So be mindful. Like I feel like they should actually sit down. Usiangalia tu mtu, angalia basic salary ya mtu, like the common mwananchi, approximately 20 to 30,000. Fanya hesabu na hiyo, usiangalia mtu ana earn over 100 Gs in a month. So like I feel they should focus more on the common mwananchi.
To interrupt you, I remember like most presidents were other countries. I remember pia TZ walisema hivyo, like they were like kama msee ana earn like msee mwenye ana earn do mingi hata toa tax kama ule mama boga. So like it was kind of different. We say like haitakuwa the same. Rather than kitambo it was like mama mboga problems anapata a million per salary, anapata 500. Wanapata the same. So I feel like it was kind of fair when walisema like mama mboga sasa ataanza kutoa this amount of tax na ule msemo anafanya kwa gava anatoa this amount of tax. So I felt like it was kind of amazing there. But again, as you watch out, like, let's be careful, guys. Let's be careful. Because me, I fear, right now I fear politics. Politicians. I fear politicians. So about, if you close up the demonstration that has been happening generally, so the key thing about the politics to hakuna kitu kingine. So can that change really? If we said about you, Abi, can that really change? Juu kitu inaleta this demonstration in all these countries is just politics. Would that ever change?
I feel like politics is a very dirty game. That's why you'll be here like advocating for one leader, then the next minute they're hugging with the other leader mwenye mnachukia. Politics is a very dirty game, and it's very hard for us when you go on ground kuelewa what exactly happens in those houses, in those, in those places. So I feel like the whole system just has to change. It might not happen today or tomorrow or even 3-5 years to come, but I feel like this is something we should keep on advocating for every year, every time when we have elections. Otherwise, as she said, this Vision 2030 will turn into Vision 3020 if we don't watch out. That is exactly what will happen. So I feel it's up to us we have the mandate. When Samanga, the power is with the people.
With the people, exactly.
So let's speak what we want. Let's not be intimidated by leaders or people who are being paid to come and like harass us and all that. Like, let's just fight for what is right. Penda mwenzako, usijifikirie peke yako, fikiria pia mwenzako. And I feel like with that kind of mentality as a nation, we will really move far to get into where kila mtu atakuwa tu pahali pazuri.
Okay. To come to Wanza, how about the age gap? Like, say kama anataka kuvai for president. Do you feel like mse wa 80, mse wa 70 anafaa kuwa hapo kweli? Like, really?
Okay, personally, I do feel the reason the story answer na personally ni juniko according to my perspective.
Exactly.
Okay, so we say we are building for the future leaders.
Yeah.
They are doing all this so that they can set a pace for the future leaders. But if we are the future leaders, apparently, lakini kuna mtu amekwamia hiyo seat. What future are we talking about? So I for what I'm trying to say is for the leaders, this is a wake-up call actually to all leaders, and create space for the next generation.
Exactly.
We are here. We are knowledge. This is why we went to school. This is why we did the things we did, so that we can gain this knowledge and the courage to at least lead a nation.
Exactly.
And we cannot do that if we are not given the opportunity to do that. Right? So I feel like for the leaders, tafadhali, kama umezeka,
Enda home
tulia. Let us live for the young to lead.
Exactly.
This is the reason as to why we are molding them. This is the reason as to why we are mentoring them for them to be in such positions.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so to finalize, guys, we have talked about the demonstration in East Africa, right? We have talked about Tanzania, we have talked about Sudan, and generally back home here, Kenya. So as we finish this, what is your final word to these people, the politicians, and generally the leaders of the East African and African in general? Not Fanza, Abi.
Okay, what I'd say to our leaders out there is please do it for the people, not for your own sake. Be a leader. And a leader is supposed to be someone who leads and the people follow. But we can't follow corruption. We can't follow heavy taxes on us. We can't follow bloodshed. We want to follow a future that is bright, that is colorful, that is peaceful. And we can't have that with the kind of trend we've had with leaders only being focused on what is benefiting them and not the people. Mnakuja kutuomba sisi kura. Kwa hivyo msikize mahitaji za wananchi, the common wananchi anaumia. And yeah, please just listen to the people and do it for the people, not for your own selfish needs.
Very nice. Wanza?
Personally, honestly, we can't do the same thing. Natanya amesema. For the leaders out there, tafadhali, whatever we are doing, accept to be corrected. Know that there might be some hiccups in the government, there might be some hiccups in the way you lead. Allow yourself to accept that correction.
Yeah.
Because it is from that correction tutakuwa na revolution hizo vitu tunataka. Like the changes, the Vision 2030, all those changes in the manifesto that you include.
So guys, Maze, it has been very something productive. I hope you guys have learned something. Maze, let's keep up. Let's put tukae pamoja to decide on something. And for the Gen Zs, big up to us, Maze. For Tanzania, Sudan, we're praying for you guys. Wish you all the best. And Maze, thank you so much. So guys, before we finish, your social media handles, what's that?
Okay, so guys, you'll find me on my TikTok. I'm so active on TikTok than in Instagram, but it's our too soon. So my TikTok handle is Wanja Mwangi, just that. So Wanja Mwangi. Yeah, Instagram ni HOLL_YRuby. Yeah.
Thank you. Abby.
I am in literally almost every social media platform. So anyway, you'll find me on YouTube at Abigail Wangoi. Yes. On Facebook, Abigail Wangoi. On Instagram and on TikTok, Abby_Ndegwa. And on X, I think I'm not so sure about X. I'm not that active on X, but I'm very active on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. So yeah, engage me, have amazing content there. Oh, and on Lively, I almost forgot. There is a new social media app in it, Lively. Yes, you'll find me on Lively at Abby_. It was nice having this, guys. See you next time. Same time, same place.
Na tuko na deni yako, utukumbushe kama uko na account ya Twitter.
Yeah.
So anyways guys, it has been something amazing, it has been productive, it has been entertaining, educative, and also we have learned something as the unfiltered campus vibe. Tunawashukuru sana mafans wetu Maze. So before utoke hapo, this is brought to you courtesy of Talanta MKU. Make sure umefika pale social media, umesubscribe, and YouTube tunataka hiyo subscription button, and then share, comment, interact with us. So Maze, that has been our time. Maze, I've been with two beautiful ladies over here. Na umesikia Maze, wako na maoni by the way. Wanafaa kusimama women rep somewhere. So guys, thank you so much and I appreciate all of you. And Maze, this is episode 1. We are coming with episode 2 next week. Same time, same place. This is the Unfiltered Campus Vibes brought to you by Talanta MKU. I go by the name General Official. And bye-bye, goodbye, adios.